There are many reasons to support the use of renewable ethanol in a nation's fuel supply. Ethanol reduces greenhouse gas emissions. Ethanol improves air quality, reduces the use of toxic additives in gasoline, and provides an economic source of octane. Ethanol can be used to extend fuel supplies. Ethanol provides economic vitality to rural areas and complementary industries by adding value to agricultural products. Many countries around the world are implementing policies that support the use of ethanol in order to capture these benefits. Today, more than 60 countries around the world have ethanol or renewable fuel policies in place. There are 4 basic policy tools that support the production and consumption of fuel ethanol: air quality improvement, environmental goals and strategies, incentives and penalties, administration, and trade, providing a steady supply of ethanol.
So the question is, does the government feel the national interests are best served by having ethanol? Because if you don't get the policy right, nothing else will flow good from that.
Replacing fossil fuels with renewable fuel requirements may be established in a number of ways: as a percentage blending obligation, as a specific volume requirement, or as a greenhouse gas reduction obligation. Globally, policies requiring low-level ethanol blends are most common. However, countries begin to accrue real benefits at blends of E10 and above. Economic advantages of ethanol blending are passed on to consumers and ordinary citizens in the form of lower fuel costs at the fuel station pump, to gasoline blenders and refiners by capturing octane value, replacing expensive components of gasoline with lower-cost ethanol, and to society as a whole through improved air quality. Today in the U.S., 95% of the gasoline consumed is in the form of E10. E15 is approved for use in vehicles with a model year of 2001 or newer. Higher blends such as E30, E40, and E85 offer even greater potential for ethanol use and offer even further savings for consumers at the fuel pump. However, in the U.S., these blends are only approved for use in flex fuel vehicles. While there are several million flex fuel vehicles on the road today, they comprise only a small percentage of the total vehicle fleet. Building a robust fueling infrastructure to support these higher blends has been an ongoing process. Making a policy commitment to biofuels brings with it a commitment to the organizational structure and support required to make it successful. This may include creating a government body to oversee and ensure compliance, organizations to promote biofuels and administer incentives, financial reporting on tax revenues and costs, continual research and development of new production technologies, auditing and certification systems to ensure that biofuels meet criteria for sustainability, creation of industry associations and building partnerships with agricultural and environmental stakeholders is a key to building a robust industry. The key to effective ethanol policy is ensuring a consistent and reliable supply of ethanol for fuel suppliers and consumers. This is important for countries with new ethanol policies that have not built out sufficient production or infrastructure capacity, as well as for countries with established ethanol policies that have high agricultural production costs. This is where trade policy comes into play as a key factor in every successful ethanol program. Low import tariffs and open markets are essential to ensuring a consistent and reliable supply of fuel ethanol. Guaranteed access to ethanol creates consistent supply and supports access to credit so that countries can build out domestic capacity and infrastructure. When countries restrict the use of imported ethanol through import tariffs or limit the use of ethanol from certain producers, countries, or feedstocks, it creates a huge challenge. If obligated parties can't get enough domestic ethanol, they may not be able to meet mandated levels in the fuel supply, which creates uncertainty in the market and limits access to credit, inhibiting further investment in the industry. Bottom line, it doesn't matter what tools a country uses to formulate and implement ethanol policy: renewable air quality requirements, obligations, incentives, or penalties. Without free and open trade to ensure a competitive and reliable supply of ethanol, that policy will not be met. Benefits will not be realized, and that will harm domestic industry, feedstock producers, and consumers.